Cute, right? No.
He crossed the line. She blocked him. So it's begging for her to unblock him. He bought her flowers and wrote a note on the envelope of the flowers, apologizing. In fact, the note was rough. It cancelled and cancelled with the ugly handwriting just because it bought her flowers and dropped in the house. Then later on, it was like, please unblock me and all of that. But this lady's saying, I am not going to accept your bare minimum apology. She later on shared the story time of how she blocked him or why she blocked him, what happened and what went wrong and all of that. So let's watch these videos together. Then we'll come back and share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Cute, right? No. Listen, class. I'm sick, mind you. This is it. Okay. I'm sick. This is the way I'm giving you your flowers. And this is my first time doing something like this. But I have to put my pride to the side. I know I text you off of my number and my mom number. So I hope this not weird or doing too much. But I feel like this is the best way I could get your attention. And to show you I do care about you. But, like I said before, I was doing too much and I don't know why. I don't know why I told you to move around. I was overdoing it for sure. I'm holding it straight, y'all. Anyways, flip over and open it up, right? You thought it was something in here, didn't you? Now unblock me. P.S. Don't talk about my handwriting in the scribble. I did. And when ladies say bare minimum, you couldn't even get me. You couldn't even get the flowers delivered with a cute card. You gave me an envelope. And then this is you're blocked and this is your way of trying to get me back? You thought it was something in there. You never get off my block list. I actually might go to AT&T and tell them to block you from their server. I actually have to come get some food in my system because am I tripping, chat? That tacky, low effort, you could have did, and you could have just left the flowers and not even on a piece of paper. And then you bring them to my door, which is making them more weird because we're not talking. You've been blocked for so long. Have them delivered to my door. Don't come to my house, drop, because what if... And y'all probably like, well, what happened? I just want y'all to guess what his sign is.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not even a believer of the signs and stuff, but I ain't never messed with no Taurus man. I'm telling you. That was my first one and probably my last. They all act like that. And when I told my friends the story the other day, they all agreed. They all said, oh, it's a Taurus man. I'll just be single if this is what I gotta go through. I'm stuttering. I'm so irritated. If this is what I gotta go through, I'll just be single. We're never getting unblocked. That was like a slap in the face for real. Because you trying to get me back, but you laughing in my face about LOL. You thought... You could have put $2 in there. You could have put a gift card to fucking Ulta in there. $10 gift card. Why would you? And I hope his friends didn't encourage him saying he ate. Blasphemy. Okay, boom. Me and this boy been talking, right? We met each other back in like May, I want to say. I was talking to him for a minute. We was going on dates. You know, I'm not really going to give y'all the full rundown. I'm going to just tell y'all where the issue started and what led up to the weak-ass apology letter that he gave me. So basically, we was talking, you know, the first time I want to say we went on a date was probably like maybe a week after we started texting or whatever. So we've been going on dates, you know, doing cute stuff or whatever. Went to get sushi together and a couple of other places we went to. You know, just little dates. Everything was cool until it wasn't. Literally, I want to say the first time we ever got into it. Mind you, we wasn't even together for us to be getting into it like that. So that's why it was kind of like blowing me. Like, why are you trying to argue with me? I'm not even your bitch. Like, you know? So I want to say the first time that it was like an issue was I had went to the Chris Brown concert. And don't get me wrong, I seen his side too of things because I was on FaceTime with him the day of the concert. Like when I was getting dressed and everything, we was on FaceTime up until I had to go to my photo shoot. So, you know, I'm at the photo shoot. It's going good. We was shooting for like an hour. You know, I wanted to leave and be at the concert by the time the doors opened, which was 7, but I was already running behind. So I went to the photo shoot. I didn't have my phone. I was taking pictures the whole time. And then after the photo shoot, I went to go to my friend's house because she didn't like nothing about her outfit, her hair, nothing. Ladies, y'all know, if it's an event and your friend don't like her shit, you about to help your friend get ready. You're not on your phone. Y'all are focused. So I wasn't really texting him like that. So we ended up going to the concert. We got my friend together. We rushed into the concert. The person who driving us not from here, so we giving her directions. I'm letting my phone charge. You know, like, it's just little stuff that I'm doing, I guess. Okay. The next day, we're going to go past the concert. I ain't text him at all at the concert, but I wasn't really thinking much of it because, you know, it don't be no service. I'm watching a 3-hour show. I'm with my friends. You know, I'm not on my phone. Mm-hmm. The next day, he called me. He like, yeah, my friend, he said his girlfriend was on the phone with him the whole time she was at the concert. And I'm just like, dang, like, you didn't even call her. Hold on. I'm not your girlfriend. 1. 2, you arguing with me because I didn't text you or during the concert. I'm at a concert. And I told him, I said, okay, I can see what you're talking about. I could have texted you leading up to me on the way to the concert. That was on my part. Like, you know, I didn't text you after the photo shoot or whatever, but I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I'm having fun. I'm drunk. We still drinking. We on our way to the function. Like, you know, I wasn't really thinking nothing of it, but I called him after the concert was over. So it's like, he didn't even bring it up after the concert was over. Whatever, we got into it because of that. He was just like, I'm just saying, like, that's just weird. You ain't called me. And my whole thing is, he would say stuff like this all the time when I'm with people or when I'm doing something. But it's like, if you are thinking about me, why can't you just text me? Why? Yeah. Not saying like, oh, you have to chase me, but I'm going to text you when I can. Sometimes I forget, like, chill. We text all day, every day. We be on the phone all day, every day, y'all. All night, all day. I'm telling you, like, 20-hour calls, all type of shit. So that was the first time we had got into it. The second time we had got into it was because I had got into a car accident a while ago. And he had took me to go get my rental. And then I had to go to class after that. And this is my first day of school, you know. So I'm telling him, like, dang, this school's so far. And he like, where the school at? I'm like, it's by the first date we went on. Like, you know, I said the name of the restaurant. I was like, it's by here. And he like, okay, like, how far is that? I'm like, I'm not sure on how far it is from your house. But, like, you know, I don't know. He like, why you gotta be difficult? Like, just give me a number. Like, just throw out a number. I'm like, I don't know. I know it's like 15 from my house. Probably like 2. Then he hung up on me. In the middle of he hung up in my face, y'all. I'm a big firm believer in disrespect. I don't tolerate any disrespect. You're not going to hang up in my face and think that shit is okay. But I did let it slide the first time. But, you know, he hung up in my face. I tried to call him back. He wasn't answering. He like, I'm at work. Mind you, I called him back within 20 seconds of him hanging up on me. Probably not even that. 10 seconds. Whatever. He ain't answer the phone. I texted him. I said, okay, and don't call me because I'm not going to answer. Keep it like that. Don't call me. Whatever. I don't talk to him for the rest of the day. Maybe 2 days went by. Now, mind you, let's backtrack. You mad at me because I didn't text you during the Chris Brown concert. But y'all, I was supposed to go spend the night with him one of these days. It was my cousin's birthday party. I was supposed to go over there and spend the night with him. disappeared at like 9 o'clock at night. Didn't text me or call me at all. The next morning I woke up, I didn't have no text, no call, no nothing. And he usually be up early in the morning. So I'm like, no. So I called him at like 11 in the afternoon the next morning. He ain't answered. He ended up calling me back at like 12 o'clock. He like, yeah, I'm about to go to the gym. But first I got to go home and get clothes. Mind y'all, he just told me he woke up. So I'm like, okay, you finna go to the gym. But if you just woke up, how you got to go home and get your, like, you know, you was with a, like, don't play. But I didn't say nothing. I played it cool because you're not my, so, you know, I'm not going to say nothing to you. You don't want to tell me, you know, I'm just going to move accordingly. Don't ask me no questions when I start doing that. That's what I did. I moved accordingly. I was still texting him, though. We'd still be on the phone, but it just wasn't how it was. It wasn't consistent. It wasn't every day. It wasn't 20-hour phone calls. It wasn't none of that. And that rumpled his feathers, y'all. So he started another argument with me. Like, we had got into it. I had went to the Lions game, and he like, why you dressing up? Like, you getting cute to go to... Yes, I'm getting cute to go wherever I go. I don't care if I'm going to Walmart. I'm getting cute to go wherever I go. So he like, you getting cute to go to a Lions game, and you putting on heels and whatever. He at work. He work until 6 o'clock every day. I'm trying to hurry up. So he work until 6 o'clock every day. So I'm like, all right, you know, I called him after the game was over. I'm like, hey, what you doing? He like, nothing. I just got off work. I'm about to go to the gym with my friends. Then I'm about to go home and chill out. I'm tired. I said, okay. He said, what you about to do? I said, I don't know. I'm with my homegirl right now. We're trying to think of, you know, where we want to go. We might go to the Dream Cruise. Now, pause. If you're from Michigan, you know what the Woodward Dream Cruise is. It's just a lot of people bring their old school cars out and they drive them down Woodward. It's just like a sightseeing thing. But mind y'all, prior to the Woodward Dream Cruise coming here, I've been telling him for like 3 weeks that I wanted to go. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to go to the Dream Cruise this year. Like, I ain't never been. I think it'll be fun. He like cars. You know, I want to go. I'm just telling him, like, you know, I want to go when it comes. This dude get on my phone after I said, you know, I'm thinking about going to the Dream Cruise. He like, oh, my friends was talking about that and da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, we think about going, but we don't know because it's about to rain. He like, hold on 1 second. He hang up on me. Bang. Text me. Yeah. He like, you didn't invite me to the Dream Cruise and you know I like cars. That's weird. I said, okay, you know, meet me there. Pull up, meet me there. Nope, I'm good. I had to ask you to ask me. Are you a bitch or are you a dude? Like, I'm shooketh. Which one is it? So I'm like, bro, you really weird. Like, you know, the shit that you do is just really weird to me. Like, don't cry and complain on my phone that I didn't invite you to something after you already told me you had plans. And then when I invite you, you say, nope, I'm good. What was the point? He told me something. Well, you didn't know if I was going to say yes or no anyway. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, he called me on my phone after I said he was weird. He tried to argue with me. We was going back and forth. He was just like, that's you will never include me in none of your plans. Mind you, I'm not going to keep including you in my plans with me and my friends. I'm not. I gave you the opportunity window 3 weeks in advance to ask me to go to the Woodward Dream Cruise. The Woodward Dream Cruise don't cost no money. It's free. You park your car and you walk. I'm confused. And it's a 3-day event. So you could have did any day. So after that, you know, he like, we just going back and forth on the phone. I'm just like, bro, you know, I'm not even about to argue with you. Like, you know, you're trying to kill my vibe and that shit. I'm just not with it. So, hung up in my face. Again, this is the second time he hung up in my face. So, I cut up on him. I'm like, bro, you know what? Don't even call my phone no more. Like, I'm cool on you. Like, you know, that shit is just weird. Y'all start going on dates. Like, I'm not about to beg nobody to treat me right. We haven't even been talking for that long. And he would just always say little stuff like, oh, yeah, the honeymoon phase is over. Like, yeah, that shit about to come to an end. The 3-month phase thing is true. Why do you keep speaking negativity onto us? Like, if we planning on building something together, I don't want nobody that I'm trying to talk to putting negative stuff on our situation. Like, you know, it's just weird as hell to me. So, okay, whatever. I go to the Dream Cruise. This dude ain't text me. I ain't text him. It's 12 o'clock. Me being a bigger person, I called him. What you doing? He ain't doing nothing. He in the bed. He being dry, y'all. He's being dry on the phone. I'm not about to talk on the phone with nobody who being dry. If you don't want to answer my questions and talk to me, you don't have to. I said, we beefing? Let me know something. Let me know. So he like, no, we ain't beefing. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, you just weird. Like, that shit just be strange to me. Like, stop doing weird stuff. Like, just open your mouth and communicate like a grown-ass man. You don't have to be acting weird towards me. I want to say the final straw. The final straw was my friend's birthday. Stay with me, y'all. So I kind of told y'all the story in different parts. The Woodward Dream Cruise happened before I went to school. So the school situation happened. That was the last conversation I had with him up until this point where I'm about to tell y'all now. So we barely was texting. We barely was talking. I damn near cut off for real. So he called me and he trying to apologize to me because I was not talking to him for banging on me. Like, you're not about to keep hanging up in my face and thinking you about to keep getting away with it. I let you get away with it that one time. 2 times not about to slide with me. You know, that's disrespectful. No. So I'm on my way. Well, I'm at my friend bar. You know, she work at a bar, and we bring her birthday in. Mind you, I haven't talked to him in a minute. Like it's probably been like a week or a couple days for real. So he called me. I answered the phone at the bar. He like, oh, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm at the bar. You know, my friend birthday tomorrow. I've been telling him that. I'm like, my friend birthday tomorrow. I'm just here bringing her birthday in with her. He like, oh, okay, well, never mind. I don't want to ruin your day. That right there is ruining my day. Don't call my phone. I pick and choose who I let ruin my day. If I knew you was going to ruin my day, best believe I wouldn't have been answering your phone call. This is not his first time saying that to me neither. So I was just like, bro, like, stop calling my phone saying you got something to get off your chest. And I say, what is it? You go, oh, I don't want to ruin your day, so I'm just going to talk to you later. We don't got to talk about it right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Stop doing that. You know what it's giving? It's giving. That's what it's giving. Like, stop doing that. So I'm like, bro, just say what you got to say. Like, he like, I just want to apologize. I want to say I was in the wrong. Da 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 da. You know, I'm like, all right, cool. It's loud as hell in here. I'm going to call you when I leave. Or I ain't say I was gonna call him when I leave. I said I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. I never said I was gonna call him. I never said I was gonna text him. I said I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. We get off the phone. Okay, mind you, I told him I was drinking, right? The next morning I wake up to a text from him at 6:00. He like, good morning. You don't call or text or nothing. Like, you don't even tell me. You usually call me when you make it home or on your way home. That shit is weird. You acting weird. You moving different. Da 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 da. He keeps saying I'm moving different. Every time I ask him how I'm moving different, he can't tell me how I'm moving different. How are you gonna say I'm moving different if you don't know how I'm moving different? It's not adding up. It's not adding up. So I'm like, bro, we going back and forth. I'm telling him, like, I'm not about to argue with you. Like, you know, it's my friend's birthday. It ain't even my birthday. You ain't finna do that on my friend's birthday, bitch. We about to get turned. It's everybody's birthday. You ain't doing that today. So I'm like, mind y'all though, I literally, okay, so when he texted me that morning, he started blowing my phone up. Like, calling me. But I was on the phone with the insurance people because, like I said, I was back and forth with my car in the shop. I was on the phone with them. Then I had to hurry up and get ready for her party because I was already running late. Makeup, hair, edges, outfit, everything. I couldn't be on my phone. My phone was on the charger in the room. So he calling me. I get in the car. I see he call me. I'm like, this is why I can't do two things. I see he called me in the car. I texted him. I said, good morning. I made it home safe. Thanks for asking. Because the first thing he would do is like argue with me. Like, and my whole thing is, if I told you I was drinking and I drove, and if I didn't drove, you don't never ask me, did you make it home safe? It's always, oh, so you want to go home and you don't even want to call mother when you get home and da 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 da. Thanks, I made it home safe. Thank you for asking. Like, and I was like, I never told you I was going to text you. I said I was going to talk to you tomorrow. Like, I never put a time on it. When you call me, I don't have to answer. What the hell? You didn't answer me and you started ignoring me. So no, I'm not about to do that. No. So he called me, y'all, and he tried to just cut it. Like, he sent me a voice memo, like, you being weird. Mind y'all, we stopped going on dates for like 2 months. The 3-month mark is coming up. You want to keep saying honeymoon phase, baby? If you don't get your shit together, you about to be out of there already in 3 months. No. So he wouldn't even want to take me out no more. It would just be, let's get food and chill at my house. And you know, we did that for a few times, but that's only going to go so far. I'm not going to keep coming over your mama's house. And no, I'm not about to keep doing that. So, you know, I stopped coming over there because one time I had asked him, like, oh, I want to see you. The first couple times I asked him that, he would try to act like, oh, not today, or I'm doing this and I got to do this. So I stopped asking him. You got 2 times to tell me no. I'm not going to ask you again. Damn near 1 time. So I stopped asking him. He like, you don't call me no more. You don't text me all day. We talk 1 time a day on the phone. Like, we used to sit on the phone for hours. I'm like, that was never in the notebook that we was going to talk every day on the phone. I don't know where you're getting this from. We still talk in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I'm not going to sit on the phone with you all day. I'm back in school. I'm working. I got my content stuff that I'm doing. I'm not worried about you how I was. I'm not on your body no more how I was because you ruined that. So don't get mad that I'm starting to act how you acting and try to put it back on me like I'm problem. No, we're not going to do that.
Clearly, he's not emotionally intelligent and it's good for somebody who wants to control. He doesn't know how to communicate his feelings or communicate how he feels. It feels like attacking and, saying some certain things will bring out exactly how he feels. And that's the wrong way to communicate. If you're feeling a certain kind of way, there's a way you communicate to your partner, to your girl, that she's going to understand, not you fighting and attacking and being defensive all the time. I'm glad she's not going to unblock him because he does not deserve to be unblocked. He deserves to stay that way. for life because he's not ready to be in a relationship at all. Like at all. Then let's go back to the note that he wrote in his own head. Now he'd be like, well, I know our house, I'm going to drop a flower. And even before he does this, he will have showed his friends or probably his family members or his mom or his sister. And they'd be like, oh, you're so sweet, you sent her a flower, she's going to forgive you, don't worry, just write a note. So you cannot even get a clean paper to write a note of apology to your girl. You can't get a paper, a clean paper. And when you're writing and you're making mistake, you cannot rewrite. And why you, okay, let's assume your handwriting is ugly. There's nothing you can do about it. You're an adult, so it's too late for you to change your writing, right? But why are you making mistake and writing like that to impress a girl? Because the apology is for you to impress her. So how is that supposed to impress her? Surely you're supposed to be impressed by the flowers. And if you think about it, it might not even be the type of flowers that she like. You just feel like once I apologize, that she's going to unblock me. Then, in fact, do you know what some men do? Once you block them, and they will apologize and beg you to unblock them. But you know what they will do after you unblock them? They will block you. They usually do is just to tell you that I am in control. You can't just block me. Unblock me so that I can block you. You guys, what's your take on this story time? Can you share your thought down in the comment section? Respectfully, as always, I got Maya Davis. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one, guys.